the gift of life. We hope and pray that you send forth the Holy Spirit in each one of us so that we may continue what you will us to do. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon,
Afternoon.
Turn the
Afternoon, ma'am.
So we are going to continue this afternoon with a new topic. Actually, this is just a continuation of the total overview of tour guiding, but this time we are going to we are going to discuss or we are going to learn rather no, on just a brief history lang, no, just a callback to what we discussed in transportation management, and that is the history of tourism. But very few lang, no, like two slides lang na siya, 2 to 3 slides, and then also um, additional information about tour guiding in our industry, World Tourism Day, as well as the organizations that help develop the industry of tourism. Share my screen first, and then also additional types of tourists, just like in the previous discussion, and then we are going to also okay siya. uh, talk about the different tour guides no in the Philippines, or Filipino tour guides in the Philippines. So one day yung tag tour no, you'll meet one of these famous tour guides no, si Roger Lucero, and I think you've already met him naman during our Sibam Congress no, sa ato ang symposium. So he is the manager and as well as the uh, head tour guide of ano ang iba no, wala ka gamit sila hang ano ang uban wala ka gamit sa ilahang kuan CSR email. Ito for a while kay kahinay sa internet. Next time ha, when you try to make use of your Rotarian email so that dili ko magtagbaw og ad ninyo wag discuss ko. Okay, for our learning outcomes or objectives of this lesson, or for lesson 2, at the end, you'll be able to define the term what is tour guide, and to create awareness between the different kinds and classifications, as well as the duties and responsibilities of tour guides, and to learn the brief history of tour guiding. It's very important that we know where tour guiding started, at the same time how it progressed over the years. Not only that, you're also going to learn the difference between a tourist guide and a tour guide. So napa dyan ano so kaya ni tourist guide ma'am and ni tour guide no, ang kaya nila is syempre no, ang mga specific set of skills nila is different from each other. So syempre no, the tour guide is just one of the services provided by the tour and travel agency. And basically, we are also going to introduce the tour operator in this lesson because they're very important in providing tourism services in our industry. Basically, the tour operator is in charge of designing different types of tourism services. It may be attractions, it may be accommodation and F&B, transportation. All of that no is already designed and packaged by the tour operator. And ang mo execute sa katong mga plano no, and also sa ang mo execute sa what is in the tour itinerary, to make sure that all of the activities in the tour itinerary will be materialized, no. Ilahad yung i-implement jud ang nasa tour itinerary, and that is the work of the tour guide. Ano, wala gagamit og CSR email in tawon. Okay, let us continue. So, just a brief like statistics itong ipakita, why the tourism industry is very important and it's one of the biggest money-making industries in the world. So, tourism basically contributes to at least 9% of our GDP. It provides not just 1 over 11 jobs, but 2 actually, no? That is why during the pandemic, as what you've noticed, we were greatly affected by the pandemic. A lot of people were displaced, had lost their jobs, or a lot of businesses that were closed because we rely basically on tourism. When people travel a lot, no, they tend to um, spend their money in different tourism services like the food and beverage sector, no, like restaurants, different food outlets. Then you have the accommodation sector, no, hotels, resorts, um, kanang mga inns, no, unsa pa yung mga lain, mga pension house, mga nga kinds of accommodation establishments, Airbnb, homestay, no? Not only that, na pa yung mga different tourism recreational centers like theme parks, water parks, um, all of those kinds of businesses, no, rely so much in tourism. At the same time, wala man nato na siya na discuss further, no, ang economics and tourism. I do hope na touch na siya sa macro perspective na atay ginatawag nga tourism multiplier. So it's not just those who are heavily um they call this heavily involved in tourism ang maka-benefit, no, sa mga tourists, but even our farmers, our fishermen, those who supply materials sa kuan, supply materials and ingredients sa hotel, even if they are not really directly related to the tourism industry, they can also benefit from it. Take for example, si farmer, no, if siya ang gikuha nga direct supplier of vegetables and fruits sa kani nga hotel, so that would mean nga maka-generate siya income because ikuha siya as supplier. Same goes with the fisherman, no, or kanang mo-provide abing mga chemicals or materials sa hotel, no, all of those people who are not really that related to tourism, unlike sa restaurants or accommodation sector, no, nga, or even the transportation sector, no, they're basically like they have a direct effect, no, sa tourism industry. Maski kana sila indirect jud sila nga involved, pero they can still benefit from tourism. Okay, so yan na siya, no? It generates income sa mga local businesses, and not only that, it can also generate jobs because para sa na no ka just recently lang I was fortunate to be invited to the expansion, no, katong groundbreaking sa expansion sa Awani. So meaning kung mag-expand sa silahang hotel, the more sila nga mo hire og mga graduates sa hospitality or sa tourism, or masing ka ng mga any skilled or unskilled workers para ma-work sa lang hotel, no, either sa housekeeping, sa food and beverage baron, sa front office, sa marketing, admin offices, no. So it can generate jobs, mo na ka-importante ang tourism. Okay, and then it also contributes to at least 1.3 trillion US dollars in exports. Okay, and what is nice about tourism is that it lessens the export cost. O, take for example, if you sell products or goods, no, i-export mo nimo siya sa outside of our country, you would, it comes to freight cost, no, freight is FREIGHT, no, freight cost, or kung saan pa shipping cost, no, into delivering all of our local products to different countries, mas mamahalan ta. But if ang tourist ang maoy mo travel sa tong own country, then it would lessen freight costs, or una siya, no, export cost. And not only that, no, if daghan gani kay mo sa tong country, the more they will spend each day, the more nga mo generate siya og income sa ato ang mga local businesses, no, and take note they are paying taxes, and that also contributes to our national budget. So yung ana, no, so na alay ripple effect, no, ang tourism. That's why in the tourism multiplier, daghan kayo, like kanilang siya nga person nag-spend lang siya money sa yang holiday, like para sa ako, no, pag travel na ko sa Iloilo, nag-spend ko og money sa transportation, sa akong accommodation sa hotel, ning gawas pa dyan mi sa akong manghod, kinangaon pa jud mi dayon, kana tanan na mong gipang spend sa mga different tourism services. A lot of people have benefit from it. Okay, Actually, di man na to part no ang tourism multiplier kaysa macro na siya. Pero just to expand further, I'll show you the tourism multiplier. It's like an inverted pyramid, and then it also shows the relationship between tourists and where their money goes, no, directly and indirectly to different people who are involved in the tourism industry. Although sa macro man pero ato alang macro micro. Magkabalo na ni ani si Yes kay siya dyan akong ginapahimo sa kong slides sa maglisod na ko. Okay. Dili actually gatulo og macro pero dili CSR sa laing school ko ga teach og macro. Ay, pinakog ako ang gitawag. Okay. So the tourism multiplier is used to describe the total effect, both direct and secondary. So, skip lang ko, no? Para sa mga ninyo ang importance pa dyan of the tourism industry. So, for example, no, let us put it this way. These are the travelers. The more they spend per day, take for example, if a regular tourist would spend 140 US dollars within let's say a day, within one day lang sa iyang paglaglaag diri sa Pilipinas, let's say 140 US dollars is converted to peso, that's somewhere around 7,000 to 8,000 pesos per day. I-multiply na nimo sa 11 days, katong ibutang 11 days siya nagstay sa Philippines. So 7 to 8,000 multiplied by 11 days nasa around 88,000, 77,000. And then siya lang na usa, how much more if ang tourism arrivals maabot na og 10 to 15 tourists, no, within those 11 days. So imagine ing anak kadako ang income ma-earn sa usa lang ka lugar by just a single foreign traveler spending money on tourism services. Nakagets ra mo tanan. Can click thumbs up if you agree or if you kasabot ba to know if you're still around.
Yes, ma'am.
Bantay ha ka ng uban. Usually, ang style ba sa uban no, musulod sa classroom din. Ilang pahinayan ang volume din. Maghimo na dayon mo, bisking unsa inyong buhaton dira, wala mo na minaw. Okay, mag-quiz ra bata Tuesday, paminaw dyan mo. So, mo na siya no, ang traveler, for example mo, biyahe abi siya sa lain nga lugar, mag-spend na siya og money sa transportation una. Syempre, how would you get to your destination if wala ka ni agig transportation, di ba? Either through air or land transport or sea transportation. Once he will get to his destination, either mag-spend siya og money sa mag-camping ba siya or lodging kay mag-hotel siya, and then other than that no, maglaglaag pa rin siya, mulaag siya museum, mulaag siya sa shopping mall no, kaning retail, kaon pa siya no, this is food no, kaon pa siya, entertainment, meetings and conventions, mo attend ba siya seminar or mulantaw ba siya event no, like sports arena, agto ba siya amusement park, kana mga different activities niya during his stay, gabayad na siya ana, syempre no. And then ngano na-appeal ang travel agency? Na-appeal si travel agency because usually for you to get like ang uban no, unlike namong mga batanon nga mag-book rami through online, ang uban don't know how or dili kay sila yung anak confident mo travel if no one will assist them, so they usually hire the travel agency to book everything for them. Okay, book accommodation or tickets sa ka sports arena or tour guide para to show them around no, and then also sa food no, pwede man ang mahimo ni travel agency if magpa-reserve siya og restaurant no, restaurant reservations may ana. So spend pod siya ani. Kaning mga different colored establishments, these are not directly involved in tourism, like bank, schools, bakery, farm. They're not directly involved in the tourism industry, but they still benefit from the money of the travelers. Why? Okay, So, di ba, kaning nasa transportation sector o kaning naa sa mga different establishments, accommodation, food and beverage, entertainment, no tanan, they have employees. They're not run by robots, di ba? They are run by employees. Now, kaning mga tao, sila, kaning chef, pilot, doorman, um, butler, no, hostess or front office personnel, kani sila tanan guys, no, they are employed by the hospitality and tourism industry, and the money nga ginabayad sa mga travelers to avail, let's say, bayad ang traveler para plitin niya sa cruise ship or plitin niya sa sakyanan or plitin niya sa airplane, gabayad siya money ana, gabayad po siya money sa iyahang room, no, iyang accommodation, like for example 2,000 a night, or gabayad po siya money for tickets, no, sa sports arena, or gabayad siya, syempre gabayad din siya og money for food, di ba, kay gapalit siya sa restaurant. Now, kanang money nga ginaspend ni tourist or ni traveler sa kaning different establishment and transportation, mo na income nga ma-earn aning mga different establishments. And kana sa income, dira na kwaon ang ipasweldo silang mga empleyado. Okay? Dira na kwaon ang ilahang salary, no? Sales, employment, wages, taxes mo na. And even dira pod kwaon ang pagbayad sa taxes. So basically, once ga-earn ang establishment, they have money na to pay the salary of these individuals who work for these establishments. Now, these people, okay, they have their own families also, no? They have families to feed, no, kaning mga empleyado. So the money that they have earned from their salary coming from these establishments nga nag-earn og money from the payment of the travelers, so mura siya domino effect, di ba? Gigamit nila ilang kwarta silang sweldo, gipasweldo sa hotel or sa transportation sa ilaha to send their kids to school, to buy food sa farm or sa bakery, or to for example, no, take out a loan sa bank or deposit it sa bank. So syempre kung mag-open kag savings account sa bangko, maka-generate pud sila ana pud og kuan, no, sige nagmay nga income. So yung ana. So sa kana nga butang lang class, naka-benefit pud ang mga different establishments nga dili connected sa hospitality industry, because the money that they are earning are coming from the salary of the people who work in the hospitality and tourism industry. Not only that, we also have outside goods and services. No, kanang nag-export ka og ingredients outside of San Carlos City, let's take for example, or outside of the Philippines. Then you have local goods and services, kanang mga suppliers nga within San Carlos City lang. So even if they are not directly connected to the tourism or hospitality industry, they can still benefit from the money of the travelers, because di ba si traveler, for example, mukaon siya pagkaon sa restaurant. Asa man na mo kog ingredients ang restaurant? Syempre from farmers, from your different suppliers, and kaning mga suppliers, local goods and services or outside goods and services, can provide those supplies to hotels, to restaurants, and different establishments nga need nilag supplies in order for them to continue to operate and deliver products and services sa ilahang mga tourist nga gabayad sa ilaha. You get my point? Nakasabot ra?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
ito kay pa-explain din ako ninyo ning tourism multiplier unya ha. Actually, naman ni sa macro, no? Balikon naman ni sir ninyo sa macro. Okay. Sa kasabot ra wala mga pangutana sa concept ni tourism multiplier. May computation pa actually ni siya, no? Yung taan naman compute kay tour guiding man ta. So, that's how important tourism is. I hope nakasabot mo, di ba nga? Dili lang siya ingon nga maka-generate lang siya og jobs, no? It can generate income, and it's not just limited to our industry alone. Daghan makapahimulos. And not only that, even our country. Okay, if daghan gani kay infrastructures gi-built, like for example, daghan na kay mga turista ang San Carlos, mo na magtukod na pud og hotel. Mo bitaw natabo sa Awani, di ba? Nag-expansion sila. Kaya nakita nila nga daghan na kaayo og manginahanglan sa ilahang services. So when they decide to expand, that could generate more jobs for people within our locality. At the same time, if the more people will spend their money on different establishments, the more nga magpay og taxes, the more mo add pa dyan na siya sa tuang economic growth. Okay, because our taxes come from not only from people who are employed but also come from the things that we buy. That's why we have value added tax, di ba? So mo na siya. Ang daghan kay nakapahimulos, no? Even ka ng mga dili directly involved sa tourism industry. Yun na lang ta sa world tourism growth, no? And then the tourism industry also contributes to 6% of the world's exports and 6% of exports of least developed countries. That's why tourism matters. Okay? Like what I have discussed kanina sa tourism multiplier, na it has like a domino effect na coming from a different establishments. Once they earn money, they use that money to pay the wages of their employees. Those employees will use those wages earned from the different tourism establishments that they work, no, to actually buy food, no? Food sa lang table, send their kids to school, no, deposit that sa bank, no, things like that. So kada mga different establishments are also earning from the wages of the hospitality workers. Okay, and even kana mga not directly involved sa tourism industry like farmers, fishermen, those who supply materials, no, or chemicals, no, sa uh, hospitality establishment like housekeeping, need man na silang mga different like all-purpose cleaner, toilet bowl cleaner, mga TBC, APCs, kanang mga customized shampoo conditioner kay mo na ginagamit nila ibutang sa mga amenities, no, sa room. So all of those external nga mga suppliers can also benefit from the tourism industry. Okay. So travel and tourism industry grow at least 4% per year. No, samot na pag-open na to, ano, reopen na to sa tong doors to tour and travel, the more pa rin siya nag-increase ang ato ang tourism activities. Okay, travel and tourism will continue to expand faster than the economy as a whole and faster than comparable industries. And let us take note, even those who are not related to pleasure travel, like take for example, meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions, or katong mga ma-attend og mga convention seminars, katong incentive travels, those are not really directly related to pleasure travel, but no, kani sila guys, no, they also contribute to the growth of tourism because different industries, mga different professionals, they travel most of the time for professional growth. No, they seek collaboration, they would like to seek um, further knowledge, no, by attending workshops and seminars, and kana alone, no, can also generate tourism arrivals and increase tourist receipts. Kay for example, no, mag-seminar abi ang mga teachers or doctors or businessmen, mag-convention sila sa Manila or sa Cebu, dili man na ingon nga mo attend lang kag seminar alone, no. Mostly if tag 1 week na siya na may mga side travels, no, mulaglaag, magasto jud ka sa imong accommodation, sa imong hotel, sa imong gikaon, no. So ingana, even ka nang mag-attend lang og mga seminars and workshops, they can even contribute to the growth of tourism. So growth depends on enlightened government policy. That's it. That is why before, no, dili pa kayong kakuan ng in tourism industry because there were a lot of government officials, no, or even presidents who did not see its importance pa to sa una, no. Pero karon sa inyo bantayan, no, not only ang dagko kay budget mo go sa Department of Tourism but even sa Department of Education, but also sa tourism, because if we promote and if we improve our tourism establishments, our tourism attractions, so if the more nato na siya nga gina-improve ang ato pong marketing efforts to encourage more foreign tourists to travel in our country, so the more pa siya na mo increase ang ato ang economic growth. Okay, so mo na siya, more infrastructures will be built to accommodate the influx of tourists, more jobs will be generated. It means nga taas pa silang income sa mga different establishments, not just tourism establishments but even small businesses who cater to different tourists nga mag-abot sa usa ka lugar, diba? So if dili po ding anak ka supportive ang government, no, growth will not happen. Kay syempre when we improve our tourism attractiveness, comes to, let's say, for example, we improve our infrastructures, we improve our services, we improve our tourism attractions. It entails a lot of budget, diba? Kung taga-grant man na si DOT og mga several budget jud sa uban nga cities and municipalities nga makita nila nga na potential ang usa ka lugar to become a popular tourism destination. So it entails a lot of budget, not just by the private sector, but also with the help of the public sector as well. That is why importante jud nga involved pa nga to ang local government. That's why we have tourism councils for that. Let us start with a brief history first of tour guiding. So, kung si si Herodotus was the first travel writer, no? He was basically, I think he was the father of history. Kay si Eratosthenes Manggod, he was the father of geography. Si Herodotus was the father of history. Aside from he was a travel writer, he was a historian and a geographer. So So Herodotus was the father of history. So kung yung taog geography, si Eratosthenes. Pero si Herodotus, he was also a geographer, but not as prominent as no? Or di siya nga naka-popular, rather. Di siya nga naka-popular kay Eratosthenes when it comes to geography. Okay? I think a cartographer man pud gani na si Eratosthenes, no. Si Herodotus, he was also a travel writer, but he was more into history. Okay? So na father of history siya and first travel writer. So the era of the Great Empire from 3000 BC to 500 AD generated travel. The ancient Persians, Assyrians, and Egyptians traveled in an organized manner. And even one of the richest kings, no, in the world, si Mansu Musa. Limot ako siya name. Akong i-fact check balik. Mansu Musa. So Mansu Musa was the richest man, no? So he was from the Mali Empire, somewhere in the continent of Africa. And take note, Egypt is within the continent of Africa. Not just sa Mediterranean part, no, sa babaw, laray sa Morocco. So he went even to Egypt, no, to flaunt his riches. So people traveled most of the time sa una. And if you can still remember our history of tourism, no, sa ato ang transportation management, people traveled a lot for pilgrimage reasons and also for kind of business reasons, no, mga merchants. So during the era of the Greek Empire, tourism flourished. Festivals and shows, among them the Olympic Games, which began in 776 BC. So men would show or would display their strength, no, through competitions and all. Nag-start pa siya ng Olympics karaan pa siya ng panahon, no. And then people from different parts of Greece, no, would come, no, to let's say to Athens, no, for example, no, to watch people compete, no, in the Olympic Games. So if you can remember, no, there was a period in history wherein it was not safe to travel anymore because of war, no, the fall of Rome actually led, no, to this dark ages. So the period between the fall of Rome and the Renaissance is known as the Middle Ages, approximately between 500 AD and 1508 AD. Is also known as the Ages or Dark Ages. The fall of Rome led to the decline of trade and the economy in general and decrease in the desire to travel. This was because due to the fall of Rome, people had lost their belongings, no, lost ownership sa ilahang balay kay ginpangkuha na siya sa mga invaders as spoils of war. So natabuan na, no, people had to resort to stealing, no, and once they steal sa mga merchants nga ga-travel, no, it would eventually lead up to murder. So since it was no longer safe for people to travel because they were scared nga holdapon sila tunga sa dalay, no, travel declined, no, during the Middle Ages. Those who traveled were only the pilgrims, no, for religious reasons. then right after the Dark Ages, no, we have the Renaissance or the Rebirth, no, and the Grand Tour. So it was during this period that young men of the upper class traveled from Britain on a grand tour, a prescribed route from England through France, Germany, Austria, Switzerland to Italy, which was the destination. If you can still remember our history of tourism, di ba, sa time ni Queen Elizabeth, no? Sa Elizabethan era, Queen Elizabeth the first, not the second. The second was katong bago lang namatay, no? But Queen Elizabeth the first, she encouraged young men or aristocrats ng mga dato to basically end, no, their educational journey with a grand tour. So when they tour all around Europe, that is already the culmination of their education. Mara pa siya kung sa ano pa na ang culmination sa education sa college kay mag research, mag OJT sa ilaha. It's more on a grand tour which would span to several months up to a year, 'di ba, no? Then once they are done, they will return to Queen Elizabeth's court, no, so that he or she will serve, no, in her court, or he di ay rather kay men naman ang allowed at that time. He will serve as a uh, nobleman, no, nito sa court sa queen. Okay, encourage na nila kay ginahan man si Queen Elizabeth the First during this time na to give importance of educational tours so that may increase pa dyan, no, ang knowledge sa mga people who are serving her. At the same time, no, kani mga educated rich young men, no, they will be more enlightened sa culture sa uban nga nasod, no, and even adopt some of the best practices from these different countries. So you have the modern age, so the three well-known European writers who visited the New World in 19th century. You have Charles Dickens, Christmas Carol, no, if you can still remember. Di siya salidang Christmas Carol Heights. It's based on a book. Francis Trollope and Alexis de Tocqueville. So these men, no, they visited the New World, no, in search for inspiration or ko ano, basis sa ilang writing, and then also for enlightenment, no, for educational purposes. And then, syempre, di siya ka matawag nga tourism kung dili ka kaila ni Thomas Cook, di ba? So, Thomas Cook is the father of travel agency. So, syempre, nakita man niya nga most of, di ba, pag introduce sa steam-powered engines, like steam-powered trains and boats, basically, people had a chance to travel for a short time, no? Unlike sa una nga, they had to travel using, let's say, carriage pulled by horses, or for example through by foot, no. So ingana nga time sa una nga murag budlay jud kaya, no, or it's a struggle to travel, but with steam powered boats and trains it was easier to travel. Ang mga pila ka days nga travel, pila na lang ka oras ang travel time. So more people were already encouraged to visit near neighboring towns, no, or neighboring countries, but they were very unorganized sa una. No, people didn't know where to go. No, once they set foot to a different town, once they set foot to a different country, they be, it would be difficult for them to actually um, roam around. No, kay masaag sila. They don't know where to go. They don't know the prices of the food, no, or accommodation nga naa dito nga lugar. So with the help of Thomas Cook, he organized itineraries or excursions. So ha, daghan kay malimot unsa ning excursionist, kaning tourist, basta excursions kani mga day tours man na, di ba? Dili man ka mag-overnight ana, muli ra man ka sa hapon, that's a day tour. So he organized several excursions and itineraries to make sure that the tour, or let's say the trip of the people nga mo travel sa neighboring towns or countries, it will be organized. Okay? Kabalo na sila asa mo agto, unsay activities nila during the day, how much will they pay for every services, no, nga naa sa itinerary. All of that was made possible by Thomas Cook. Okay? So Thomas Cook of Melbourne, Derbyshire, England, founded a travel agency, Thomas Cook and Son, popularly nicknamed Cook's Tours, that became Thomas Cook's AG before eventually becoming Thomas Cook Group in 2007. And that actually encouraged also several um, organizations, no, to build sa America, no, because they pattern it from the tour and travel agency of Thomas Cook. Okay, so kita nimo no mga different panels no of Thomas Cook excursions. So it cater to day tours, no, and then tourists would just ride sa train in order for them to get to their destination. And then later on in 1884, he also introduced excursions through steamboats. So in 1850s, he offered the Grand Circular Tour of Europe. And then in 1866, he introduced the hotel coupon. He was also the one class, if you can still remember circular notes, diba? He was also the one who introduced that. If you don't have the currency of that country, let's say you're from Germany and you want to travel to England, and yet the currency there is different. So, para walay hassle, you have circular notes, masyag in a form of check, no? Nga, dira nimo isulat ang imuhang mga payables, and then you will give it to the bank. Then the bank will just exchange the circular notes, not bank, sorry. You will give the circular notes nga nakasulat ito yung mga payables sa hotel. And the hotel will just take your circular notes and exchange it, no? With cash na dito sa bank. Kaya ang bank mismo, gadawat po sila circular notes. So, in short, mo siya check kaya, no? So from 1847 to 1922, Thomas Cook and Sons published tourist handbooks for the different countries of Europe. So this is an example of a tourist handbook, no? Oh, unsay naa sa tourist handbook. This includes the different tourism services that Thomas Cook and Sons can provide, no? Transportation, booking sa accommodation. So basically just like a modern tour and travel agency, muna na ang services nila nga gina-provide sa una. Okay? Pila imong mabayaran kung 3 weeks ka, para sa 3 weeks voyage sa Luxor and Aswan. So, meaning, you would ride a steamboat, you would stay in a steamboat, no, dila ka mag-rest, and then, naay food i-offer sa imuha, no, refreshments, and then, i-tour pud mo sa mga different stopovers ninyo. Okay? So, from Luxor to Aswan, so muna 70 pounds, no, ang bayad. And then kung gusto ka 1 week lang, 30 pounds lang. Okay, from Abu Simbel to Halfa. Okay, so nga na, no, marapod siya pag naka-package na siya tanan. Okay, so ikaw di na ka magsigig problema nga hala mo book pa ko og kuan ticket sa steamboat niya. Pag abot na ko dito sa lugar, mangita pa ko accommodation, asa ko matulog, no? Asa ko mula, agwa ko kabalo, asa mo adto. So, with tour itineraries, no? Available sa tourist handbooks. Kaya wala pa may website. Karon wala naman tayong mga tourist handbooks ron. Na naman ta sa website mo lang tawag mga tour packages nga. Kani mga ready-made tour packages na siya. Naapoy option karon nga generation nga pwede ka himuog itinerary from scratch. Questions before we will continue?
Wala, dam.
No questions, ma'am.
Okay, let us continue. So, we did made mention of a tour operator. Ngano ato maning gina-discussing mga tour operator, travel agency. Now, let us take note that even though there are some tour guides who are freelance, no? Kanang meaning, on-call ra sila, or kung kano sara na ay kanang mga tours sila, tawagan mo, siya ng on-call, bito na siya. So, naapoy uban nga mga tour guides who are directly employed sa tour and travel agency. They receive monthly salary. So basically, it's the tour operator who will contact the different tour guides who are available for the certain tour. Because there are some tourists nga magpahimo sila tour package, they would like nga i-include ang tour guide. No, kay person na may uban nga di sila comfortable mag-explore on their own. Ginahan sila nga na-adjay tao nga mo guide sa ilaha, nga maoy even gani mas ma-appreciate pa nila ilahang tour if na ay mo discuss sa history ani nga lugar once they travel. Okay, so that is why nga gina-discuss po nato ni siya because si tour operator, si travel agent, and si tour guide, they work as one, especially in the travel agency. At the same time, is a tour guide who implements what is being designed by the tour operator sa tour package and even a tour itinerary. So a tour operator typically combines tour and travel components to create a package holiday. They advertise and produce brochures to promote their holidays, products, and itineraries. So basically guys, no, si tour operator na siya contact mo bitaw na sila um, global distribution system sa ilang tour and travel agency. So the global distribution system is just like kung ano kanang kung naka-try na mo og book online no sa booking.com sa Agoda mer po siya ana, pero the only difference lang is that extensive no si global distribution system, and it has real time data no sa ilang repository na sa real time data sa mga available rooms sa hotel, and di lang siya usa ka hotel, daghan kay siya nga klase nga hotel sa restaurants, airlines, so naa sila mga contact ana no. They have a direct contact ana, and then makita nila unsa dira ang mga available rooms, real time na siya kung pila siya ng available um, sa system dito sa airline company, kung pa ni makita nila. Okay, they make use of satellite, no? So, global distribution system. And not only that, even mga car rentals, so anything nga related to tourism services. Nga si tour operator, siya na'y bahala mo package ana. Kay, syempre, there are different individual tourism services and products, di ba? You have accommodation, food and beverage, na apatay, entertainment, no? Transportation, accommodation, food and beverage, transportation, events, activities, kanatanan. So, tigtatag sa tagsa ni tour operator, and iyan ang i-package as one. Once makahimo na siya og tour itinerary and tour package, mo na ang iyahang ibaligya sa tourist with the help of the travel agent. Travel agent basically discusses the preferences of the tourist with the tour operator. The travel agent ang moaka sa middleman, okay, between the tour operator and the tourist. So, muna siya. Okay, let us now learn the difference between tour guide and tourist guide. Okay. So, ang tour guide is a person who is employed to show tourists around places of interest. And as a student, pwede manggani ka ma-tour guide given nga if i-train lang ka og tarong, no? I-briefing lang ka og tarong, train lang ka og tarong. Pero, moingon nagganit ta og tourist guide. Si tourist guide is a person who guides visitors in the language of their choice. So, multilingual si tourist guide. Usually, in other accreditations, so before you become an accredited tour guide, there are a lot of skills that are asked from you, okay? And interprets the cultural and natural heritage of an area, which person normally possesses an area-specific qualification, usually issued and or recognized by the appropriate authority. Usually, tourist guides, no, they are accredited, for example, by the OT. They have already met the checklist, no, and skills required by the OT in order to become an accredited tour guide. So you're far more skilled compared to a regular tour guide because you can speak in different languages. You are highly trained, no? Not just that you have an intensive knowledge of the entire destination kung asa ka na-assign, but you are highly trained in like first aid, risk management, no? You're highly trained also when it comes to handling tourist complaints, no? Although ma-handle man ni tour guide, pero mas professional at the same time, mas daghag skills na possess no si tourist guide compare ni tour guide. So, ilaha dyan ani is for like professionals na dyan, no? Kung ka na lang ko ani mo like volunteer lang ka, docent guides lang ka, or volunteer guide ka, o pwede ka matawag as tour guide. Okay. Let us now proceed to the WTF WFTGA rather, no, that is the Association for Tour Guide, no, which is World Federation of Tour Guide Associations. So although outdated naman ang executive board, no, but usually the officers, no, like head of training, vice president, president, treasurer, area representative coordinator, so on and so forth. All of them are comprised of um, professional tourist guides from all not only multicultural, but they're a diverse kind of association. So Manilang logo, hand of friendship ni siya ang kaning naka-open ang palm, and then ang kaning naka-point lang ang iyahang kamot is the hand of guidance. So mo siya, no, the hand of friendship and the hand of guidance stretch across the world. Because as tour guides, you're not just there to make connections, okay, to connect with your tourists, but you're also there as a guide. That's why you call the tour guide, eh? As a guide, as a pathfinder, as the one who manages the tour and make sure that everything in the itinerary will run smoothly. Okay? And again, just like what I've said, a tourist guide wears many hats, just like a teacher. Because a tourist guide is basically just like a mentor on wheels, no? Kay you're basically educating your tourist. Why is it important ang kani siya nga lugar, nga no significant man kay ni siya nga kind of attraction. At the same time, you're also making sure that your tourists are safe, okay? Appropriate ang meals nga gina-serve ninyo sa ilahang dietary needs, ilang allergens ba no? You are aware of it, you manage their meals efficiently. At the same time kana mga different activities kana sa itinerary inyo siya nang i-execute jud nga kuan jud na siya tanan, no, inyo na siyang malaag tanan. At the same time you also monitor them, no, nga dili sila mapalayo, nga you make sure that you will give them policies, no, and rules para dili sila masalaag, dili sila makaharm sa environment, dili pud sila maput to harm. You apply first aid, no, kung magkasamad-samad sila or magkasakit. And you even make decisions in kaso nga na ay mag-argue, na ay misunderstandings, or if na mga concerns imong tourist that needs your decision. Basically, ikaw ang ilang saligan. Even if you are younger than most of your tourists, you carry the responsibility of making sure that they are healthy and safe and happy during the entire tour. Basically, just like managing a classroom, but you're outside. No, you're outside. You're traveling in nature ba, or within the city, or within different destinations. Okay, and you're even making sure nga malipay pud sila, no, by making jokes, no, or telling stories. Okay, so in WFTGA, Association for Tour Guides, they also have a tour manager or tour director or escort. This is a person who manages an itinerary on behalf of the tour operator, ensuring the program is carried out as described in the tour operator's literature. Okay, what do you mean by tour operator's literature? It is their tour package. Okay, tour package nila, ilang itinerary. Okay? So di man na pwede si tour operator ang maoy nag-design sa package, no, or sa itinerary. Siya po yung execute ana, no. So ang manage ana, making sure that it is carried out is the tour manager rather, tour director, escort, or even a regular tourist guide. Okay? And then, muna no, si tour manager also gives local practical information. So, sorry, wait lang. WFTGA, World Federation of Tourist Guides Association, also have their own International Tourist Day, which is hapit na, no? We celebrate that one every February 21st. That's international. Naapot tayo local lang a tour guide day, no, here in the Philippines. Sa TOA is the third Monday of June, Philippine Tour Guide Day. Pero kung internationally gani, it's every February 21st. Okay? So, February 21st is an initiative of WFTGA, which they will celebrate the International Tourist Guide Day, held every 21st February each year. In 1990, Mrs. Titina Loizides, president of the WFTGA, was involved when it was held for the first time. 15 countries participated. Since then, tourist guides in an ever-growing number of countries have been giving help to their local communities, conducting tours for disabled persons, disadvantaged persons, for children, industry partners, officials, and general public. Oh, here in the Philippines, our Philippine Tour Guide Day is every third Monday of June. Okay, we call it National Tour Guides Day, and it was made possible with the Proclamation Number 574 Series of 2013. Take note of these important dates. It will come out of the exam. Quiz po na to unya next week. So, what is the role of the tour guide? We already established the different characteristics and values a tour guide must possess last meeting. But what is basically its role? Okay? So, Cohen, in his study in 1985, states that traditionally the role of the guide has been focused on two issues. First, he is a pathfinder, and second, he is a mentor. So what do you mean by pathfinder? Well, pathfinder is described as one who leads others, not leader, leads others through social and natural areas unknown to its followers. So that is why dili dili na pwede nga tour guide ka. You do not know where to go or unsa ang naa sa kaninga destination, because it's highly advised that once you are given the itinerary by the tour operator, you have to really familiarize the surroundings of the places that you will visit in the future tour, because your tourist basically relies on you, and if they see that you don't know where to go or what to do, or even lead your tourist into places that are interesting or can be part of the tour, it means that you are not really ready to become a tour guide. Okay, kaya syempre magsalig man yung mga tourists sa imuha, di ba? Okay, so pathfinder siya. Okay, siya ang mo lead sa uban through areas that are unknown to its followers. And that's why they hired you for a reason, no? So they hire tour guides for a reason, because syempre they are still unfamiliar sa lugar, hindi po nila fully ma-appreciate ang mga different tourist attractions if they don't know the history behind it. So they usually hire a tour guide to do it, and at least to help make their holiday, their experience far more enjoyable. Okay, now so it sorry, this is gibalik na actually ang tour manager. Okay. Now, we also have the difference between tour conducting and tour guiding. So, kanina, no, we have the tour guide and the tourist guide. So, gamay naman ang lawang yung tourist guide, no, kaya makaspeak siya multiple languages, heavily trained siya to basically handle the entire tour. And they must possess skills, no, that must meet the standards of like the OT or different associations that focus on tour guiding. Okay? So, sa kalian sa tour conducting o tour guiding na pod, no? For students seeking adventure in tourism, conducting tours or tour conducting, in other words, offers essential, contemporary guidance needed for success in this exciting, expanding industry. So, basically, kuha na siya, no? Mga basic, valuable information. So, medyo kuha lang siya, no? Dili siya nga naka-deep dyan, no? So, about guiding, escorting, and tour planning. So, naray mga ang ginagmay lang, no? Mga introductory, mga basic lang nga knowledge nga i-impart during tour conducting. While tour guiding, no, plays a central role in the overall success of any coach holiday, they have to possess professional, organizational, didactic, and social competencies. So, far more detailed ang tour guiding. Okay, usually they are done by professionals who are already tourist guides, and in-depth ang ilang information nga i-share sa mga tourists compared sa tour conducting nga wala lang kanang murag wala kay I didn't receive proper training but I know the place since taga diri raman ko, so I'll show you around. That's tour conducting. A tour guiding is where you are an expert. You do tour guiding for a living. You're highly trained. You're accredited. Okay, so muna. Okay, let us proceed to the different kinds of tour guide. You have the freelance. So wala akong gimension, no, they are not permanently employed. On call lang ni siya and they are paid per trip. Not tip ha, they are paid per trip. Okay? Typo error lang ni siya. We talk about paid per trip. That means again, kung naaray tour, dira pa na siya nga time nga they are hired, no? Ngano ingani man na siya sa top, ma'am. Usually kung mga lean season, we talk about lean season, dili kay nga nakadaghan ang mga tour, no, kahit ting trabaho, ting eskwela. So dili necessarily that you have three tour guides. Kung naari mga certain tour nga daghan abi nga wala na anticipate. For example, nanaghan abi atong pag charter day kada kag ning bisita sa syudad, no? So peak season na noon siya balik, so muna diha pa na nga time nga muhar sila freelance, okay, to add to the manpower because they are already understaffed, okay, and they're only paid per trip. Kung naaray tour dira pa nga time nga tawagon ilahang services. And they have the staff guide, which is the opposite of the freelance, permanently connected with a travel agency and receives monthly salary. So kani siya usually usa duha sila ka buok staff guide or tour guide, and they are paid monthly. No, maski na ay tour or wala, na siya pon sila sweldo. Okay? And they are connected to a travel agency. Okay. Next, let's proceed. You have on-site or local guides, a person competent enough to guide in a certain locality area. Well, let's say um, I'm from San Carlos, no? So I can show you around San Carlos, no? Because I have ample knowledge already where to go, what are the best places to visit, asa ang nindot dira nga kananan, no? Mga ingana. Okay, so muna on-site or local guides. Usually, ang City Tourism Office, kuha bisag mga local guides. Some of them are even from Sipaway. So, na yung mga turista gani, nga mo request sa services sa City Tourism Office, and they can provide local guides who are already knowledgeable, no, within the area of San Carlos. Even kita, no, even kita as taga San Carlos, there are so many times wherein we are not really familiar, no, with the place. Labi ng mga taong bahay lang. So, muna, yung kuha ang mga city tourism office o mga local guides um, to help them, no, with showing the guests around or showing the tourists around. Okay, we have the city guide or escort. Katong nakita nyo sa Prague. Sa Prague, no, sa Europe, katong akuan siya city guide. So, 'di ba, walking tour lang to siya kay they go around the city and then they wait for tourists to join their tour and they go around the city, show them the best places to visit within the city lang, so walking distance lang siya. And then even go with the tourists during meals. So, within the city naman siya, that is called a city guide or escort. So, a person who accompanies a group of tourists from the point of origin to the destination and back to the origin. Usually, handlines groups check in and check out. We have specialized guide. So, saya hanar siya specialized field kung asa siya pwede mag-tour guide, no? So, for example, naamo sa museum, no? And then, mostly kay plants na siya, yung puling plants. For example, it's a museum for historical artifacts. So, ang curator ng museum could be a specialized guide. Or if naamo sa greenhouse, no, niya, mo na siya, more siya, like, botanist ba siya, for example, pwede man siya may mag-specialized guide. Chika rin siya, saan siya klase nga tanom, poisonous ba ni siya or dili, no? Medicinal ba ni siya, saan ni siya mostly kalabanan makita, no? Wala na. Architecture, na may mga museums nga they focus on architecture, no? Sa Iloilo daghang ka sa klase nga museum, klase na sila yung like marine, na for marine lang siya nga museum. Ay uban is kanang ga-focus lang on Iloilo City itself, its identity, its culture. So mana ilang murag city museum nila. Napod sila contemporary art. So usahay na yung mga abstract art dito nga di ka kasabot, no. Napoy ubang art sa babaw nga murag weird kaayo siya, no, because it's contemporary art, no. It's something new that is ko ano napoy uban nga abstract ng mga kung naa ka sa ah, ocean park, no, marine life na sa aquarium, no. So no, usually ang mo talk nimo about marine life, no, aquaculturist tawagan na nila, no. Mga marine biologist, may ana, those who are really experts sa kana nga field. We have the step-on guide, a guide to join si tour bus for local sightseeing excursion. So kato na pong European tour, no, nga naabot sila og Italy, no, mo to siya ang step-on guide. Kay mukuyog siya sa bus. And then mag-talk siya ng spills, no, while ga travel mo. To your right, as you can see, no, hana dayon. So mo na siya ang step-on guide. Naturalist guide. So guides are trained in a variety of material to best prepare them to show you around different wildlife, no? Educating you on wildlife and land around you in addition to helping build a conversation. And naturalist guides are also some of them are survivalist, no? Kanang kabalo sila nga ay hala kani kuan poisonous di siya, or if you hike you don't have to hike this trail kay na yung mga wild animals. May ano, no? So he or she knows around the area, no, especially involves um flora and fauna, no, ato mag hike mo sa mountain, no, pwede mo mga saag, and you know also how to respect the environment, at the same time avoid, no, having an encounter with wild animals. Okay, so muna siya, no, qualities of an effective tour guide. Actually, some of those qualities we already discussed last meeting in our previous lesson. So, dapat, no, Christ-centered ka, na charism, love of country, you need to have a pleasing personality, you must have a genuine interest in people, kasi syempre, how can you connect with your tourist if you're not a people person? Okay? So, syempre, maragdol kayo nyo tour, no, dull nga DULL ha. So dull kay yung tour if you are very detached sa imong tourist, no? So dapat you have a bubbly personality, you're willing to make a connection with your tourist, you're also very resourceful, you're trustworthy, civic minded, respectful, and you have a good sense of leadership. So leadership siya ang pinaka-importante because again, you're a tour guide, no? You're a pathfinder, you're their mentor. They rely on you when it comes to decisions, where to go, no? Kung sa mga nindot nga places to visit, kung na sila mga concerns, nimo sila mudagan. Kaya syempre, some of these tourists are not even familiar with the place, no? So, ikaw siya mismo ang mo atiman nila, no? Okay. So, we are going to continue with our Philippine tour guides next meeting. But, syempre, on Tuesday, dili isa ta mag-quiz sa sa lesson 1 and lesson 2. So, mukuha lang guro ko, short quiz lang, no? Mukuha lang guro ko og types of tour guides dito sa first slide. Kay basin yung mag-confuse mo ba? Mukuha lang ko questions dito sa first slide sa different types of tour guides. Pero, there are also questions that I will get from the second slide, no, kaning mga role ni tour guide, Philippine Tour Guide Day, kani siya basa-basa lang mo. Okay, dili na siya apilon ang Philippine Tour Guides kay wala pa na to siya nag-discuss ana. So later na lang na siya na to i-discuss, okay? So kani siya guys, more na ang ato ang i-quiz unya nung magpa-quiz ko on Tuesday. Better read slides sa lesson 1 and then kani lesson 2, but sa types of tour guides sa lesson 1 lang ko mostly, no, para di mo ma-confuse kay gi-repeat raman siya sa lesson 2 good, no. So, no need na ni siya. Katulang first slide ato ang i-basis for your review. Okay? So, basa-basa lang mo, ana. Everything is already provided in your Google Classroom. Apil na po to ang kuan ha, kung nakainundom mo atong tourism multiplier, o explain unya ta mo atong tourism multiplier. Okay, do you have any questions before I will take your attendance? Kindly study for our quiz on Tuesday, ha? I will not call it short or long quiz. No? Regular din siya ng quiz. Questions?